Hello everyone and welcome to Carbuncle's Corner. My name is Lolo and this is going to be LAO versus Dan. I'm very interested in this. Very interesting, I think that's GTR from LAO. Or it wanted to be GTR at some point, but is not any longer. Whereas Dan has a very clean, very standard stairs. Except it's just perfect. I was gonna talk about the cutting, but he figured it all out. And LAO doesn't have anything in response, so that's 1 point for Dan. Very nice start. An all clear start. You're gonna have to set it off in separate parts. They're both opting to go straight back into building a regular chain, as opposed to the shenanigans you see later in other matches. LAO setting it off, and Dan, oof, perfectly cycling through the Puyos to get the color that they need for their whole chain. And it's 2 rocks, and LAO can't do anything to that. Some hesitation, probably deciding where to put the Puyos. I mean, what else could they be hesitating for? There we go, we got some GTR for LAO. And Dan, once again, already has the first floor. Oops. Considering setting off the harassment, but opting instead to just build. Ooh, that's some pretty good harassment from LAO there. Knows if Dan will have enough space to recover from that. Some 2 chains back and forth. LAO struggling to find the pieces to build, whereas Dan already has a nice 8 chain going. It's a bit rough. The question is, can LAO come back from this? I believe. I always love a good comeback story. Very nice GTR. Although the blues getting disrupted by that garbage there, kind of throwing off the whole rest of the chain. Meanwhile, Dan isn't quite done with the first row yet. First layer, row, floor, etc. Ooh, very interesting extensions from LAO. Whereas Dan's gonna set off his full chain. So now it's full chain against full chain. Now with the power of 4 into this 5 was not quite enough. Close, but not quite. A few more connections would have probably done it. No, the purples. The voices. Very nice GTR from LAO. Into a little bit of stairs action from himself. But the reds! They're all gonna cut, and that's not gonna be enough to counter an 8 chain. Close, but not quite. Dan has a pretty solid lead here. Lao not able to decide where to put the Puyos, looking for the perfect piece. Dan, meanwhile, has an interesting stairs situation, but able to set it off from the right side instead of the left side. But Lao has a 7 chain oncoming, and it seems to be a bit of a chunky one too. Oh wow. It's gonna be enough. No matter how many Puyos you pop, it's not gonna be quite enough, Dan. That's a 1 point for Lao. Can we get another? And another and another? Lots of blues and greens. It's almost like it's tricolor over here. Jesus. There's the red. Interesting. Once again, set off from the right side and then come out. Always throws me off. Here are the right-handed chains. No, there, I guess it would be the other way. Regardless, this is match point for Dan. Can we see Lao come back from this though? A very tall column 2 compared to a very clean first floor from Dan. Just a slight poke from the cleanup and a very nice 7 chain from Dan. Meanwhile, Lao's gonna set off a power 3. They don't have any resources to build up a chain to counter that 7. It's not quite enough. So that's gonna be a win for Dan today. Very nice job from both players though. I'm liking Lao's experimental GTR. It's very good. Both of you did a wonderful job.